that time, ladies and gentlemen. Preflight, 30th anniversary. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Wednesday night Preflight episode 156. The 3rd anniversary of the FSCW. Thank you very much, and welcome back to another fun-filled episode of Preflight. As per the usual, I am Cobble, Cobble. Let's get this night started. 3 years we've been in action. So let's see who's going to start us off this afternoon / evening. And it looks like we have an arrival. And no, looks like Hackman and Killa have answered the challenge we threw in front of them. Or they're showing up to bare their souls. We'll find out one way or another, ladies and gentlemen. We'll figure out what their actually intentions are here. But we got a full episode for you. Maybe 3 hours long, we don't know. But first, we're going to head it over to Mr. Slane. And we're going to continue on as we get into this episode. Thank you once again for joining us here after 3 long years, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the 3-year anniversary of Preflight, powered by the FSCW network. I remember during a garrison mission, way during the Succession Wars, we were stationed on one of the periphery states that had not reached war yet. And we were there on an 8th month deployment and thought about what to do since downtime began stacking up. So our units created the FSCW and time forever changed. But 3 years have passed and we're still going strong, most likely on the backs of the fans. For that, we thank you. For the dedication form this idea we had on a desert planet like Tatooine. But enough going down memory lane. Today is now, and we have an exciting card for you tonight. All FSCW gold is on the line. The FSCW TV title will be up for grabs in a championship scramble match. We'll crown a brand new women's tag team champs. Nerds will face Corey and Eddie for the men's tag team turmoil match. Red Dragon versus Cade for the women's title. But first, I need Mr. Stanfield to come out to this ring. And Mr. Slane is calling out Jesse. This should be interesting. What does have Jesse here? Because we've seen the evidence over the last few weeks that something is amiss. And we saw in that TV title match between Jesse Stansfield and Corey Kerr that the unthinkable happened, which was Corey laid down Jesse several different times. While Jesse makes his way down, our dual main event card and Kate and Dragon will be an Iron Woman's match, and Thorax versus Whiteside in a loser leaves town match, plus more. I'm here. What, Mr. Slane? Why am I out here? Well, Mr. Stansfield, this is in regards to your recent meetings with our outside sources not authorized through myself or Mr. Coble. What do you have to say to the allegations? Well, I have no idea what the hell you're talking about. I have done no such thing, Mr. Slane. Slane points to the video on the Tron. Whoa, what? Where? What the fuck? How did you get that? That's not me. I'm being set up. This is not possible. Last chance. Okay, fine. It's me, and I'm meeting with my nutritionalists. We're going over some dietary supplements. Right. Well, Mr. Slane, in violation of our policy and lying to my face, your time here has been terminated. You are fired, Mr. Jesse Stansfield. Now get the fuck out of my ring. And Max starting out strong by firing Jesse after his blatant misauthorization that we have here, nutritionists and stuff inside there, and it's kind of a outside source. It could be there, and that could be an additive that was added to that match, as we are stating, because of the amount of super kicks Corey did to them. With one less loose end dealt with, time to come up to get our show started. Our first matchup will be the Scramble match. With our future, without further ado, let's head to the ring side to Mr. Coble with the call. Mr. Coble, take it away. Thank you, Mr. Slane. Yes, our first match of the evening is going to be our championship scramble match. They have 20 minutes to get a pin cover. 2 will start off, and then at 5-minute intervals, I would like to say, a new wrestler will enter. The wrestler who has the final pin cover or submission before time runs out will be the TV title champion. And we have a stacked card of people, of superstars fighting for that TV title. Some are former television title holders, and some are by random chance. But yes, 2 will enter, and at 2 or 5-minute intervals, another challenger will arise. So, it's gonna be a pin and submission-tastic event to start us off here on the 3rd anniversary of Wednesday Night Preflight here on the FSCW Network. Here's a quick refresher on their 20-minute time match. 2 superstars start in the ring, and every 5 minutes a new superstar enters. If you score pinfall or submission over another superstar, you become the current champion. Whoever the champion is at the end of the 20 minutes becomes the official champion. So a quick rundown from there, we'll see who is going to start us off. And Sumo Scheiderman, the current television champion, is going to be the first one out. And by God, they've extended that belt. Sumo Shinerman will be the first one down. Who has been on a roll as of late. He has defended his TV title since he won it from Jesse Stansfield several weeks ago. And as we're still talking about Mr. Stansfield, we want to wish him a good luck in his future endeavors. And the next smart play is to not get caught red-handed on video recording doing illegal activities. So, you win some, you lose some, and sometimes you get fired. So, will that be the only firing tonight? We don't know. We know for a fact that our main event is going to be Nathan Whiteside versus DJ 4X in a loser goes home, leaves town match. So that will be very interesting to watch. And next one up will be Shane Sharp, one of the up-and-coming, very frightful and very athletic and dominant forces so far this year in the FSCW. He started off the year with the most Royal Rumble eliminations and several TV title shots and cashing it in as well. So it'll be very to see how these two square off early on in this match. But like I said, every 5 minutes a new superstar will enter. So hopefully we will have a lot of back and forth. Timer runs and we'll right into it. Sumo's going to open up with a front face lock. Sumo going to throw Shane into the corner. Going to let him sit there for a quick second. Sumo's going to step outside. And Shane's going to bring him in the hard way, and Sumo's going to come plummeting to the ground. Now Shane comes out and walks right into a hip toss. Sumo goes to the waist lock and goes for that capture shin breaker. Sumo going to throw Shane back into the ring. Drops the elbow. And Sumo going to bring him the hard way, and Shane's going to jump right on him, but Sumo's going to counter to the front face lock. And Shane's going to counter that and break it up. Going to run and hit a running bulldog. Shane going to springboard 450. Here's the cover. I'm sorry, that was a springboard 360. Drops the elbow, nobody home. Shane kicks to the midsection. Goes to the wrist lock. Sumo's going to counter to the side headlock. Shane going to power his way out, which is a very challenging event for being Sumo. And Sumo, they're going to do a little cat and mouse game. Shane's going to get caught and run right into another hip toss. Sumo's going to pick up Shane. Shane's going to duck under the waist lock, standing switch to the front face lock, and Sumo's going to eat some steps. Shane and Sumo are going in, and Shane hits that rolling wheel kick, but Sumo seems unaffected. Shane going to throw him into the barricade. Shane going for a headbutt. Nobody wins. Shane goes for a cover on the outside. Ref's out of position, and Sumo's shoulder was not down, so Sumo's going to be able to get out of it real easily. Headbutts again. Nobody wins. Shane gets dropped. Sumo going to throw Shane into the ring. Sumo drops the elbow. Shane going to come back outside for some more punishment. Hits the back elbow. They're going to lock up on the outside. Sumo going to go to the side headlock. Shane's going to power his way out. Shane goes for a right hand, but Sumo's going to come back with a right hand of his own. Sumo going to throw Shane into the... try and throw him in the steps, but Shane sidesteps. Eats the barricade, though. Sumo goes back to the wrist lock. Sumo gonna throw Shane into the pole, gonna bounce his head off the pole, roll him back in. Sumo gonna try and get a quick victory here, gonna draw back outside and bait him in. Shane's gonna follow it, but then you're gonna get countered. Sumo's gonna punch him in the face. And he goes to that armbar, that wrist lock armbar. And Shane's gonna power out of it and gonna bounce Sumo's head off his thighs. Shane goes for the cover, 1, 2. Sumo's gonna kick out. Sumo's gonna take a step outside and play some more mind games. Shane's gonna not bite and just watch. And then Shane's gonna follow suit and they both go outside. Sumo comes back with a big clothesline to the back of Shane's head. Sumo, elbow drop, punch in the face, Russian leg sweep. And Sumo, single arm spine buster on the outside. That's not going to be comfortable. Sumo going to throw Shane back into the ring, drops the elbow. And that gave Shane enough time to recover, but Shane's going to slide out, or Sumo would go for get a weapon. And Sumo's going to throw Shane into the barricade. Shane's going to come back with that knee to the midsection. Sumo's going to come back to the wrist lock. And Sumo's going to drop the elbow across the throat. Sumo's going to pick up Shane, going to throw him in the barricade. Sumo headbutts, nobody wins. Sumo gonna throw him into the pole once again. And Shane's been busted open. Sumo gonna try and go for a cover, but Shane's gonna pop up. And smartly, Sumo's gonna get out of the ring. You're gonna get a right hand. Shane's gonna sidestep with a shot to the kidneys. And we have Tony coming in. And a slight distraction. Shane got that neck breaker off. Goes for the cover, nobody home. Tony's all over Shane, but Shane's going to counter to the wrist lock. Sumo's right there, standing switch. Going to throw Shane back into the ring. And a little background on Mr. Tony, he was the very first TV title holder as we debuted it during this year. And sadly, he lost it twice in one night, so he was set up to defend it first, lost the first match, but luckily for him, he had a triple threat match that evening with the same guy that became the TV title. And I think Sumo hit a Russian leg sweep. Tony's all over Shane. Shane's stomping away. Tony goes for a cover. Shane's going to kick out. Shane going to come back with that running neck breaker. Sumo's going to come in with a right hand. Sumo going to throw Shane into the barricade. Tony was going to try and drive him through there, but instead they're going to just fire off on each other. Sumo comes back with a wrist hand. Tony's going to break it up. Shane going to bounce the head off. Sumo goes to the racetrack, standing switch. Going to throw Shane back into the ring. Sumo's going to drop the elbow. And Tony's going to come in. Sumo's coming out to our announce table. Tony's going to try and drag Corey to the center. Here's the cover on Shane. 1, 2. Sumo's there to break it up at a 2 count. Tony comes back with those big ham hocks. Goes to a front face lock. Shane's going to counter it. And Shane's going to hit another running neck breaker. Shane goes for a side headlock. Elbow to Tony's face. As Sumo's going to grab a chair, Shane's going to sweep the leg out and put Tony into an STO. And Shane is going to get a chair to the thigh. And big boot on Shane. Will that be enough to put Shane out? Here's the cover. 1, 2. Sumo's there, not quick enough. Tony's going to get the first fall of the said match. Refs indicating Tony is the current champion. And while he's celebrating, he's going to get a rolling wheel kick to the face. Tony goes after Sumo. Tony do a headbutt to the shoulders of Sumo. Tony's going to pick up Sumo. Tony going to potentially bring Sumo there. Nope, going to sidewalk slam him, just missing that chair. And Tony was about to try and hit something, but Shane's going to cut him off. Elbow to hit Tony's face. Right hands. Big left hook. Shane putting him face down in the corner. Shane putting Tony up top. Tony's going to counter it. Tony's going to take it to the sky. Double X handle. Sumo going to roll up. Pick up Shane. And Sumo going to hit a Russian leg sweep on Shane. Sumo going to drag Shane to the center. Tony's stomping away. Sumo goes for the cover. One. Tony's there to break it up, saving his pinfall. Tony to the front face lock. Sumo's going to counter to the wrist lock. They're going to lock up in the center. They're going to stalemate. Shane looks in bad shape. He should get the hell out of there. But Tony's going to come back with a big power clothesline. As Sumo ducks behind with a waist lock. Elbow to Tony's face. Right hand. Two of them. Front face lock. Sumo elbow to the throat. Sumo going to get thrown into the far corner. The ref's right there. Hit's going to hit an avalanche splash. And Tony, another big boot on Shane. Tony going to drag Shane to the corner, center again, but Sumo's right there to hit a shin breaker of Tony. Trying to take advantage of Shane being down. But Sumo is going to put Tony into the STO. And Shane's going to break it up. Sumo kicks to Tony's midsection. Sumo goes to the waist lock to the face lock on Shane. Sumo going to drop Shane on scoop slam Shane down. Sumo going to throw Shane into the ropes. Pull back, and we have next up James Strider. And Tony's right there, says enough of that shit. Hello. Sumo's going to get up on Shane. Sumo going to hit a high angle neck breaker on that chair. Sumo's going to attempt to go for a cover. Nope. Sumo's going to try and take out Shane with a drop toe hold. Tony's going to come back in the hard way. Tony hit the tilt-a-whirl slam. Sumo goes for a cover. Strider's there to break it up. Sumo going to throw Shane into the corner. Sumo spins him around. We know how this one is. Rebound German suplex. Sumo goes for the cover. Elbow across the jaw. And Strider's there to break it up once again. Shane's coming by the right hands. Strider and Tony are going at it. Sumo to the wrist lock. Gonna turn Shane inside out. Backside suplex there from Tony onto Strider. Russian leg sweep on Corey. On Shane, I should say. Sumo gonna attempt to cover again. Here's the cover. 1, 2. Tony's there to break it up. And Strider is going to get a German suplex off of his own. Shane was going to go potentially be on the receiving end another springboard German. And oh dear God, full of dragon suplex with a pin. And Shane's there to break it up. Corey's there, and that's not Corey, but Sumo breaks him after a 2 count. Northern Light suplex. 1, 2, and Tony's going to kick out. Rolling wheel kick sends Sumo crashing to the outside, barely missing that chair. Strider going to hit the Manhattan drop. Strider to the front face lock, elbow to the face. Tony's been busted open. Tony going to go to the wrist lock, going to hit the gut wrench. Sends him crashing down. Sumo going to come back. Tony comes with that big knee to the face. And Shane going to try and put Sumo into a full Nelson. I'm not sure if that's a smart idea. He did get that full Nelson suplex off, or I said that dragon suplex. But vertical stalling suplex on Strider, backside suplex from the top rope onto Shane. Sumo goes for the cover. 1, 2. Oh, and Strider and Tony there just in time. Tony gonna get to the wrist lock to a hammerlock. It's sent away. Shane gonna get deep arm drag. Strider goes for that full Nelson face buster. As Sumo goes for the cover. Strider goes for the cover. 1, 2. Strider pins Tony. Leg lariat on Shane. Big avalanche splash in the corner. Tony's getting tumped outside. Strider going up top. Springboard frog splash. And big, beautiful T-bone suplex there from Strider. Shane going for a Sumo going for cover on the outside. But Tony's going to break it up after getting bloodied. And Sumo going right after Tony, bouncing his head off the mat several times. And he's going to hit another face buster on Shane. Strider going to go for another cover. Nope, he's going to pull him up. And going over that knee breaker, that knee right to the spine. Sumo suplexes Tony on the outside. Strider going to bring Corey in the hard way. Vertical suplex in. Sumo going to kick Tony in the midsection. DDT on the outside. Strider and Corey and Shane. Ref's going for a cover. Strider's going to break it up to save his championship. Strider, they're going to lock up with Shane in the center. Shane's probably out of gas by now. Standing switch. And Rico Rain. That's a name I did not expect to come in this match. Shane going to go for a vaulting crossbody, nowhere near. Sumo goes for a cover. 1, 2. Oh, and Strider's there to break it up once again. Strider hits that full Nelson facebuster. Strider, Shane's a bloody mess now. Sumo's got Tony up on the announce table. Sumo. And Tony's going to turn the tables into DDT on Sumo. Strider hits the springboard over Castle. Tony going to hit the running power slam. Rico gets thrown into the corner. Tony picks up Sumo. Everybody's busted open on the outside now. Strider's got Rico center of the ring. Going to hit a superplex. Shane trying to stay with it, but he's out of gas. Shane going to try and get a quick cover on Rico. Hits the neck breaker. Strider and Tony are going to fight. And Shane hits the cutting edge on Rico. Sumo goes for a breakup. Shane's going to go for a cover. Rico kicks out at 1. Deep arm drag on Tony. We got 3 minutes left in this match, ladies and gentlemen. Big clothesline there from Rico onto Shane. Sumo's going to go cover, going to get a rope break. Tony going to hit a a suplex on Rico. Rico's fighting back. Sumo throws Strider in the corner. Single arm spine buster there from Rico onto Shane. Here's a cover. 1, 2, 3. Rico has covered the match. Sumo going to drop Strider to the center of the ring. And Corey going to hit, not Corey, but Shane going to hit the cutting edge. Sumo puts Strider into an STO. Everybody's here is going at each other right out the gate. Got 2 minutes left. It's getting real hairy real quick. Here's the cover. 1, 2, and it gets broke up. Tony's down. We'll be right back here, ladies and gentlemen.